Motsepe, embracing Fleming Berg, who is standing alongside all of those who keep this Mamelodi Sundowns machine grinding on. The Guard of Honor has been formed by the second assistant, Pedro Azevedo, and João Aranho, third assistant, Sindiso Dube, strength and conditioning and sports science, Tami Kuzwai is the team manager, Kakiso Marumo, team liaison officer, Khalid Ali sorts out all their travel and logistics. We have the likes of head of performance, who's been there for 15 seasons, Gulam Boladia, Mario Masha, another team analysis. He's hit a decade at Mamelodi Sundowns, 9 medals he's won along the way. Paul Lamb is in your shot currently. Tinashe Akuratsama is another team analysis. Team doctor, Kaltabane, 15 seasons he spent with Mamelodi Sundowns. Dr. Paul Mapoto, another 15 seasons for him, the other team doctor. Sakumzi Guevela, physiotherapist, a remarkable 18 seasons with the club. Godfrey Sapuru, physiotherapist. Stuart McGregor is a biokineticist, 18 seasons for him. He's assisted by Tato Santos, the biokineticist, and Masur Kumzeni Basi and Theo Sokanyele, both keep the players limber, Team Masurs. Freddie Zungu has been with the club for 35 seasons. He's won 15, or been seen 15 medals won, 15 trophies won over his time. The kit manager, wow, remarkable. Tato Moshecho assists him with kits, as well as Solilito and Sikaba Putani. They're all in attendance here. They won't be getting medals, but they've been recognized by those that will wear the medals as having helped them along the way, helped them on this journey to the title. And they are warmly congratulated by the playing personnel.
Yeah, I think this is just awesome. What a great gesture, and the fans will have an opportunity to see the magnitude and the size of this technical side of Mamelodi Sundowns, and the gratitude has been shown and acknowledgement is shown to everybody that lends a hand, from the groundsman to the kit manager to the security detail to the fitness to the enlarged technical side of Sundowns. And I think the capabilities of everybody just to keep this bunch of stars, bunch of egos, bunch of talented individuals to pull together in one direction, and this is a result of all of that success at the end of the day. They say the league is a true reflection of your ability, and the consistency throughout will see them as champions.
Aseko Tiwani, injured on junior national team duty, comes out to receive his medal on crutches. You mentioned something, Stanton, and yes, when you have a talented bunch, when you have some players who ostensibly are geniuses on the pitch, they will have their egos, they will have their quirks. It's natural, it comes with special human beings. So managing that can be a tricky dynamic, but clearly it's something that they are doing expertly at this club.
Let me see some of the names here that have recently not seen a bit of action there due to injury. Keegan Johannes being one of them, and there's just so much depth in this side. But you don't want to be the coaching staff when you select a team.
Yeah.
Just to share a bit of how you manage that, is that when I played under Ted Dimitri, which won the league with Mamelodi Sundowns, he would always emphasize and focus and give attention to the players that are not playing, instead of the starting 11.
Well, here is a player who, for a long period this season, was not playing. A horrible Achilles tendon injury that kept him out, but he said he was determined to come back before the conclusion of the season. That's precisely what he's done. He's even managed to get minutes in the CAF Champions League. and was on the cusp of a start this past week. If not for the pitch, he very well would have been part of the 11. And so he is the last out, the skipper.
I actually watched his performance against Stellenbosch when he came on, and when you're recovering from such a major injury, you know, there's always a site where you can see even the jog, there's a bit of a limp, there's a bit of compensation, but you can see that he's running comfortably. He has not taken any shortcuts with the recovery process, and it requires a lot of discipline, a lot of mental application. It is the most difficult part of a footballer when you are injured and you are alone. So kudos to that man, and you can see he's still a leader in this bunch.
Now behind Dennis Onyango is most decorated players in South African football, and he will take the trophy over to his teammates as they prepare to lift it for the 15th time in the PSL era. They did it under Ted Dimitrov for the first time in 1997-98, defended it the following campaign, one under Paul Dolezal and Miguel Gamondi and Neil Tovey combination, Gordon Egerson, Pizza Mosamani with 5 league titles. Mangoba Mliti and Renani Mokoena led them to a couple, then Mokoena on his own. Now under Miguel Cardoso, they lift it again. Mamelodi Sundowns, so your Betway-Premiership champions. What a remarkable season it has been as they win it for the 8th time in succession. They were pushed almost all the way, but they handled the pressure and the stress as they competed on multiple fronts. Changed their coach in November to good effect, and they have set records along the way. 24 wins from 28 games. That's a new record, 24 wins, despite the fact that they've played 6 games fewer than in the earlier iterations of the league in the PSL era. This is a special team. It's hard to compare across eras, but a truly, truly special group. Mamelodi Sundowns, champions again. Well, they have the cream of the crop from Southern Africa. They have a sprinkling of South American magicians. It is a well put together team. There's a lot of thought that obviously goes into the transfers, bankrolls by the Motsepe family. Kloppy in your shot now has taken over from his father, and the success has continued.
Yeah, continued success indeed. I'll tell you what, that trophy does look very heavy, as Coach Cardoso has been sprayed with the champagne in celebration of the champions, befitting that Mshishi lifts the first ever Betway Premiership.
And that he lifts it uninhibited by injuries, that he hasn't had to come out on crutches, that he's worked so hard, even in his mid-30s, to make a comeback from an injury that really is amongst the most devastating you can suffer as a professional sportsman.
And what a well-balanced side.
Yeah.
Normally when you plan, you need 2 players in each position. There's more than that, and the quality replaces the quality.
Well, they have won this title 10 times over the last 12 seasons. Over that period, first started with Pizza Mosamani in 2013-14, put an end to what was a long drought, a 7-year wait for the title at that point. Then the next season, it was Kaizer Chiefs under Stuart Baxter. They reclaimed it under Pizza Mosamani 2015-16. 2016-17 went to Bidvest Wits and Gavin Hunt, but since then it has been all Mamelodi Sundowns.
Everybody will take an opportunity now to that trophy. I'm sure that's a non-alcoholic champagne, because Coach Cardosa did mention that they will not party, they will celebrate. And knowing that in a week's time, it's the first leg of the Champions League.
Well, this is exactly the kind of momentum that they need heading into that continental showpiece. They are peerless within our own borders, and one of the very, very finest on this great continent. That second star beckons. But for now, just for a brief moment, they can revel in their Betway Premiership success. Every player taking an opportunity now to have their individual moments with the trophy. We'll try and grab some individual moments with some of these players. Right now, of course, the focus is on celebrating their most recent accomplishments, but we'd love to hear their thoughts on it. Another record-breaking season just in terms of goals, and man, they absolutely smashed that goals record. 65 scored to eclipse the 56 that they managed back in 2021-22. That's of course referring to 30 game seasons in the PSL era. The best goal difference ever, plus 52 goal difference, which eclipses their record from last season of plus 41.
Yeah, you just Mabena.
Yeah, glad to see him.
Great to
Hopefully
see him again.
see him more next season. Lwazi's got